Hello, it's Facebook Live time. So, just getting my stuff organized here, which is not good because I just literally scrambled here and sat down and turned this camera on. So, I hate it when I get all frazzled like that and I don't get everything prepared the way I like to have things prepared. I'm a very much a planner, very much do not fly by the seat of my pants, and today I was flying by the seat of my pants. I really don't like doing that because it just gets me all flustered and I have a lot of anxiety when things like that happen to me. So we've had a crazy week this week. Those of you guys that may not know, Stampin' Up! Demonstrators got to pre-order from the brand new catalog. Was it Tuesday? So that was a little nuts. I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get my order in right away. I actually had it shipped next day air. Eek! That was an extra $15 to do that. Normally I don't do that. Was it 15? Oh, it was 35. It was extra $35. Sorry, I was like 15 doesn't sound like enough. It was an extra $35. And the main reason I did that is because I wanted it shipped out that very same day, so that I would get it yesterday, and I did. And so I was very excited. So, hello, Nancy and Carol and Ann and Pam and Trudy and Terry and Charlene and Teresa. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. So in case you didn't know, yesterday I did a YouTube live video. I did an unboxing of all the stuff that I got in my pre-order. And I did it as a YouTube live because I'm just kind of dabbling over there. Facebook does a lot of things that are annoying. And they change things a lot and things don't work the way they're supposed to all the time. And it's very frustrating. And so I've been thinking for a while about starting to do YouTube live shows because obviously I have customers who aren't on Facebook. And so they can never watch me live on Facebook because they don't have Facebook. But if I did it on YouTube, everybody who's on Facebook can watch on YouTube, and everybody who's not on Facebook can also watch on YouTube. So I did do my catalog unboxing yesterday on YouTube, and I think it went okay. I was a little nervous because I've never done a YouTube live before, and I've heard that they have a lot of trolls on YouTube, and they will see you go live and they will start making really nasty, inappropriate comments. And so I was a little worried about that, and I was lucky I didn't have any of those yesterday, but part of the reason is because I don't know what I'm doing. And when I set it up for the live, I scheduled it for 4:30 my time, but I scheduled it as an unlisted video. And I think I was just thinking it needed to be unlisted right away because I didn't want it to go live at that moment because I wasn't ready. But because I did it unlisted, the only people that could watch it at the time I was live were the people that I shared the link with, which was you guys here on Facebook. So, lesson learned, you have to go public. You have to say you want it to go public so that when you actually go live on YouTube, it's live for anybody who's on YouTube to watch it. So, the next time I do this, I may get some troll comments. I don't know. But it's, I guess, a pretty easy thing to get rid of them. You can delete them. You can block the person. You can put them in timeout. So, it shouldn't be that hard. But like I said, it was the very first one I did. I didn't really know what I was doing, and so I'll do it differently next time. So anyways, I may end up doing that. And so what I would do is I would still post my reminders here on these Facebook pages that I have, but I would post a link to the YouTube video. So you would just see it on Facebook, you'd click the link, you'd go to YouTube, and you'd watch me live there. So for you, it probably wouldn't be any different. And in fact, I believe the quality of the video is better. So yeah, so that might be good. I know, Teresa, it was hard for me to pick stuff, and I didn't even pick it all, that we could order. We were given a list of things we could get, and I didn't even order it all because, I mean, I'm not made of money. So I had to pick and choose. I mean, I did get a bunch. I'm not going to lie. I did get quite a few things, but as demonstrators, we also have the opportunity to earn things for free. So like I had a free stamp set that I earned based on selling the painted poppy stamp sets back in January and February. So I got that free. During celebration for your sales efforts throughout the period, you get free credits to use on your order. So I ended up having with recruiting and my sales efforts through Celebration and some flex points that I earned as a demonstrator, I was able to get $290 of that free. Yeah, $290. So I actually only paid for a couple $100 worth of stuff. So that was another reason why I felt justified in spending that extra $35 to send it next day air. I was so excited to get it. So anyways, yeah. So the reason I bring up being a demonstrator is because right now, you guys, you can add those things to a starter kit. If you want to become a demonstrator right now, you can put $125 worth of the items that I just ordered, that I just got in a starter kit, and you pay $99 for it. So, right now is a really good time to join Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator because you can get brand new products in your starter kit. Plus you get the brand new catalogs that we have now, and you get the old catalogs that are current at this moment. So, I mean, if you wanted to go gung-ho and start handing out catalogs to your friends and family, you could hand them one that's current today, and you could hand them one that's going to go live on June 3rd. So keep that in mind. It's a pretty good deal. And again, there's no requirements for you to do parties. No, you don't have to go Facebook Live. You don't have to go YouTube Live. You don't have to do anything except buy Stampin' Up! Product at a discount. That's really the only requirement. You have to sell or buy, we don't judge, $300 a quarter. That's before your discount. So you get a 20% discount. So really you're only spending $240 every 3 months, which is basically $80 a month. And I know a lot of you guys are doing that already, spending $80 a month. So do the math. It might be a good idea for you to join as a demonstrator right now and get brand new product in your starter kit and start earning chances to earn free stuff, because that's amazing. Okay. So like I said, I was frazzled and I didn't get a winner drawn. So I'm just going to like scroll through these comments and just see who's on here. And I'm just going to pick Pam. Pam, you're the winner of the prize. So I'm going to send you, I don't even know. It'll be something cute, but I will send you a prize because you did make a comment on this video. So again, I'll give prizes next week too, but I didn't have a chance to go through the comments of last week's video and the shared buttons. Ugh, it's just been a frazzling day. So yeah, so I'm super excited. I do have a few things to show you guys that I did get in my pre-order. So I will show you a couple things. The first thing I want to show you is our brand new in colors. Now, we were not able to order the ink. We were only able to order the cardstock, which I'm kind of sad, but I get it. I mean, you know, there's delays in everything, in every walk of life, in every realm of business right now. Things aren't available. It is what it is. So I didn't get my ink pads, but look, I did get my cardstock. So we have the Misty Moonlight, Just Jade, and I'm going to screw this up, Magenta Madness, Bumblebee, and Cinnamon Cider. Those are our brand new in colors. It's you, Pam. Pam Warzinski. Yeah, I think I said your name right. I think I've said it once before, about a year ago when you won a prize before, and I think it's Warzinski. If it's not, please correct me because I'm not really great with names, but we'll see. So yes, yay to you, Pam. Okay, so in color cardstocks, we didn't get the inks or the markers or the ink refills, but hopefully they will be available on June 3rd when the catalog goes live to everybody. I did also get the ribbons. We do have all the ribbons in those colors. It's a really nice kind of twill ribbon. You guys see that? It's very pliable. It makes very good bows. So of course it comes in all the colors. Really pretty. So I did get all the ribbons, which I was really excited about because I love new ribbons. What else did I get? Oh, I got our 3 new embossing folders. I got the something about paper. Old World paper is this one. And so it looks like you crumpled it up and then uncrumpled it and made it flat. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that one. This is our Cinnamon Cider color. Then we have this one here, which this has just got a really nice subtle texture to it. Not super bold or anything. And that one is called, that's not it, Tasteful Textile. Okay, so that is another one. Then, as you guys know, we are going to be coming out with a brand new die cutting machine. It's going to be called the Stampin' Cut and Embossing Machine, I think is what it's called. Anywho, we're going to have 2 of them, a big one and a little one. Little one's going to be super cute. So they are going to design some dies and folders to go into our little embossing machine. And so this is a little duo set of folders. It's called Greenery. And here's what they do. So this one, it's got like a corner image. This is this wide. This is a little bit wider than this piece. This piece of paper measures 3 inches wide, and it's a little bit wider than that. And then this is another little foliage piece. This is the Just Jade color. So that's really exciting. So I don't know when that machine's going to be available. It won't be available when the catalog goes live, but hopefully shortly after that. I don't know. Okay. So those are a few sneak peeks that I have for you from the brand new Stampin' Up! Catalog. Very exciting. And I wanted to remind you guys that through May 10th, what's today, the 7th? So a few more days. What's today? 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so I think it's on Sunday. I'm still giving away my card kits for $50 orders. If you order $50, you get a free card kit. You make 4 different cards. Well, actually, they're basically designed to be the same card because you get 4 of exact same pieces. This is one of them. This one actually has a free gift in it. It has a set of black rhinestones from my stash. And so if you order $100 from me, you get 2 of these. If you order $150, of course, you have to use the host code for all of this to get the money. And the host code's in the link of this video, and then it'll be on the table when I flip my camera over. $150 order gets you 2 of these kits and another little goodie from my stash. So some of the kits have a free item in them. Some of them don't. I would say probably half of the kits that I put together have a freebie in them. So keep that in mind for your orders. Shoppingwithbarb.com. All right. So I think I didn't get any happy mail this week, which I didn't even get my catalog this week. I'm still looking at it online, and I am just so beyond annoyed and tired of that. I hate looking at the catalog online. I want it in my hand, bottom line. So yeah, I just keep waiting. Every day I go out to the mailbox. Every day it's not there. So those of you that are my customers and have ordered from me in the last 6 months, if you're not local to me, I am having Stampin' Up! Mail you a catalog. So be looking for that maybe a little bit later in the month, maybe another week, week and a half, I'm guessing. If you're local to me, my boxes of catalogs will hopefully be here next week, and then I will have those available for you. So catalogs are coming for all of us, hopefully sooner rather than later, right? Yeah, I guess if I think of something exciting while we're stamping, I'll tell you. But I do have one more thing to show you. I'm going to flip the camera, and I've got another little suite of products here that's brand new that I want to show you. So let me get this thing flipped. Oh, I know Kathy. Kathy wants her catalog too. Kathy is one of my team members, and I feel you. Believe me, I feel you. Okay, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Maybe one more. Okay, I'm going to put my little thing on here that tells me if my camera is level. I have this tiny little level here that I stole out of the drawer upstairs, the junk drawer, which basically is my junk anyway. So if I want to steal it, I will. Okay. So it's level. So here we go. This is a suite of products in the catalog. It is called In Good Taste, and it comes with a bundle, the Tasteful Touches stamp set, and the Tasteful Labels dies. I'll show you those. And then this also has this folder, the one I already showed you, the Tasteful Textile 3D folder. And then it also has these little wooden elements that's part of this suite, along with this paper that I will show you in momentarily. So we get these, there's 3 little sheets of these leaf pieces. They're like, I don't know, laser cut out of here, I guess. And then this is just some little crosses and some little, I think they're little tiny hexagons. Not hexagons. What's a stop sign? Octagon. Yeah, little stop signs. Okay, so let me show you what these dies, you can see how cool they are. I did show these the last night of my life. So if you guys want to see my unboxing after we're done here, don't do it now because you'll miss out. But after we're done here, scroll down on this channel a little bit and you'll find it. Okay, so there are, how many dies in this set? 10. Okay, and so I just kind of cut them out of our brand new colors. Oh, come on, you silly little envelope. So what's cool about these is the negative and the other side, you have like stitching. So you can see this little banner piece here. The stitching is left on the negative spot plus the piece that comes out. This little circle kind of has some, it has embossed. It's got a little embossed detail. We've got this little banner piece. Again, the negative space also has it. Here are the two of the larger dies. So these are out of Misty Moonlight. Is that right? Yeah. And these, you do get a little bit of an embossed edge. You can see that on these little pieces and the negative space. I know, Kathy, isn't this die set amazing? I was so excited to get it. I could hardly stand myself. This stuff out of Bumblebee, another one of the larger ones. These are stitched, so you get the die. The label is stitched as well as the negative space. And this little fun thing, it's got like a scalloped edge, kind of, that has some stitching. And then, of course, you get that stitching on the other side, too. And then these out of Magenta Madness. This die, you get some embossed detail on that and on the negative space. And this little guy has, of course, the stitched there also. And then this little square-ish piece has the embossing on it. So that's the die set. Here's the stamp set, which I think is really pretty. I think it can be manly and feminine at the same time, so I'm actually really excited to use this. I'm really excited about the font. I like the font. And then I think these little elements are just going to be a lot of fun. So then this suite also has a package of Designer Series paper, and it is a gigantic pack of Designer Series paper. It's got 24 sheets, and it's all kind of like textures and wood grains and things like that. So we've got this beautiful wood image on this piece. The back side is some tiles, and we've got some like textured canvas or burlap or something there, and some brick, darker wood, some plaster maybe. I don't know anything about building a house. Some more wood. And then maybe like your kitchen tiles behind your stove is what this kind of reminds me of. This could be like a countertop, what looks like a countertop image to me. Really pretty. Some more brick. This actually reminds me of a house that we lived in when I lived in Salt Lake City, Utah. More wood. This reminds me of carpet. This here, or some kind of a tapestry or something like that. This one here, not really sure what that reminds me of, but it's definitely interesting. Some more tile work. Some more plaster, some more, I don't know if this is like wood planking maybe, more plaster, more tile, lighter wood, oh, like a blanket maybe. This could also be like some kind of a tapestry. Yeah, I like that color. It's like black but not black, you know, like blacky blue or something. This little fun pattern here, that wood, and then the final pattern is some more brickwork. So that would be neat. Ooh, with the boat dock stamp set. Yes, it would. Good call. So people need to get the boat dock stamp set now, and then you can buy this stuff next month. Okay. So we are done with new catalog stuff. Like I said, if you want to see everything I got, check out that video. I'm trying to get this stuff off my desk and move my chair so I can bring up my project up here. Okay. We are going to make not that does this thing. So this is called a pop-up slider card, and this is one that I did back a couple years ago when we had these cute little frogs during celebration. So we are going to be making this type of a card, but not with this image. We're going to be making it with the dog set. Isn't that cute? But we're not using this tab because this is my practice card, and it didn't work out so good because the tab, if I use the tab, then it doesn't fit in an envelope, so you got to use ribbon. So this was the tester, but anyway. So we are, am I on the right page? Am I on my personal page or am I on my business page, guys? Somebody help me out here. Oh no, I'm on the right page. All of a sudden I'm seeing people pop on that I don't normally see here. So I was like, oh my gosh, have I done that again? Because I've been live on the wrong page before and it's kind of embarrassing. Anyway, so here's our pieces. We've got some scraps of crumb cake. I've got this already die cut because I'm going to go along here and show you the whole process. We've got some more scraps. We've got some white, and we've got these red pieces. Okay, so what you need to make this card is you need 2 quarter sheets of cardstock. These are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I've got a real red and I've got a white. Okay, so for the real red piece, this is one of our rectangle stitched framelits, and this is what I call number 5. So there's like 2 sets of them. Do I have them here? I do. Okay, so there's like 2, I call them 2 sets because there's like this set this style, and then there's this little set here. So these are I numbered them 1 through 8, starting with 1 on the inside. This one I numbered A, B, C, D, and this little guy's all by himself, so he doesn't even need a number. So this is number 5. 5 from the middle. So you're going to center that on your quarter sheet of cardstock, and then, oh, I forgot something. Hold on. Okay. And so then when you set up your platform on your die cutting machine, normally you would put the cover, you'd put the whole clear piece on, you'd run it through. Not this one. So this one, we are going to just barely right underneath where that inside of the die is. That's where you want your cutting pad to go. So when you run it through, you're not going to get it cut right there. Okay. So then you're going to remove the die after you've run that through. Come off there. There we go. So this is what you end up having. So you have this little kind of flappy thing here. Okay. So then you're going to run this little flappy thing through the brick wall folder. So now you have the little flappy thing with the stitching around it on a brick folder. Okay. So we can get rid of these items now. We don't need them anymore. We don't need this cutting pad. And I have a standalone video where I did make the frog card on YouTube, and I'll try to remember to link that for you guys so you can get like an actual, well, you can watch this again. This is the same thing. So now these two pieces are the same. So what we need to do now is bring in the paper trimmer. And, oh my, where is it? Oh, it's right here. So we've got the paper trimmer, and now we're going to do a little bit of scoring, okay? So most of this is eyeballing it. There's no real measurements. The first score line you want to do is about 1/4 inch from this edge here. So you want to score about 1/4 inch onto this panel. So what you can do is you can kind of look inside your trimmer. Here's my track. You can see where this edge is. This is about at 3/4. So if I go in 1 more 1/4 of an inch, I'm at the 1/4. And I'm only going to score it just in that little area. Okay. Oops, open that up. So can you see I have a score line there now that goes all the way across. Okay. The next score line we're going to do is we're going to score across the top here where these two things, the 2 cut marks are. Okay. So you can actually do that by just looking inside your track if you're not blind, which I am. So this may be a little harder for me than you. Okay. I think I got it there. And you're going to put your blade down, run it across just in that little area. So now you have a score line right here. Okay. Then the last score line you're going to make is about in the middle of this. If it's not perfectly in the middle, it doesn't matter. We're just winging it. We're just guessing. I think that probably looks pretty good. And again, just in that little inside spot. Okay. So now we have our 3 score lines. And so now we're going to fold on those. Oh, not yet. First thing I'm going to, no, I am going to fold them. I thought I wasn't, then I thought I was, and yes, I'm going to. So this one here that's at the top, we're going to fold that back. Okay, you're just going to burnish that with your bone folder. And then this one is going to come to the front. And then this little 1/4 inch guy here is going to fold up on at the bottom. Okay. Like that. So that's how you get your that little goodie there. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in a piece of white cardstock, and this is about 3 1/4. This is by 5. We're going to cut a little bit of it off, so the length doesn't exactly matter, but the width kind of does. So I'm just going to put a little bit of liquid glue on this 1/4 inch little flap right down here. And then I'm going to put the edge of this white cardstock right at the edge of this red layer here. I got to get a little closer because I'm blind. There we go. Okay. So you just want that to be at the edge there. And of course I centered it. So you can see that it's basically centered. If it's not perfect, it's totally fine. Okay. So we've got that. So that's how our little thing is going to slide up and down. Okay. So as you can see, yeah, it's too long. Again, not a big deal. We can just cut that off. We've got a little trimmer right here. You can use scissors. You can use this trimmer, whatever you got to do. Okay. So now it's in the right spot. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to glue it to our other 1/4 inch, our quarter sheet of cardstock, which is the white. But you want to be careful here. You only want glue on the edge, okay? My glue has a glue booger on it, so it's not working. Whoa. So we're just going to add a little bit of glue right along the edge here, where my lines are not straight at all. Good thing it doesn't really matter. And along the bottom edge. Okay. And then these two pieces, this red and this white, are going to layer together. And you want them to be, you know, pretty much exact. So you just want to kind of wiggle them around. Get them on. And our little piece that's inside there will still work like so. Okay. So there is the main part of the card. So the rest of this is just like fun. You do whatever you want with it. All right. So I have some punches. The dog punch. Okay. The punch is not retiring. Okay. But the coordinating stamp set is. Don't ask me why. I don't know. But I recommend, if you like this type of thing, or if you already have the dog punch, I definitely recommend getting the stamp set. If you're a big fan of dogs, get them both, because the stamp set's guaranteed through May 22nd. After that, they'll be while supplies last. And of course, like I said, the punch is carrying over, so you'll be able to get the punch in the catalog, you know, next month. All right, so we have a piece of early espresso, and I'm going to crop that out with a 2 1/4 inch circle punch. And then this is actually a 2 1/4 inch circle, but I only want it to be a 2 inch. So I'm going to do my little cheater thing where I'm using this piece of espresso as a stick to punch that out. And there we go. So this is all garbage. Okay, so these are going to be layered together. Ooh, I think I'm going to stamp on this first though. All right, so on this piece here, this 2 inch circle, I am going to stamp the doghouse. Okay. So I've got the detailed outline of the doghouse that I'm going to stamp in early espresso. Where is my cheater card here? Okay, so I'm going to stamp this about like so. And then my red inside of the doghouse, I am going to stamp that off one time. So I need a foam mat. What the heck? I don't know if my pad has, you know what? I'm going to show you guys a trick. Hang on just a second. Okay. Clearly there is a bunch of fuzz on my ink pad. I'm not a fan of that. So I am going to take some packing tape and I'm going to put it on my pad. Okay. And I'm going to press it on there, and then I'm going to carefully remove it along with the fuzz. Goodbye, fuzz. Okay, so now I'm going to clean my stamp again, because I cleaned it earlier because I thought it was my stamp, but now I'm pretty sure it's my ink pad. Okay, we're going to try this again. So we're going to ink that up now. That looks so much better. And then I'm going to overstamp my doghouse here. Okay, so we have our little doggy house. Then we're going to stamp our little dog friend in. I'm going to move that. I'm going to bring this in. Crumb cake, cardstock, early espresso ink for our little dog friend. Stamp him right down there. And then it does come with some fun little pieces. So this is like the spots on the dog. Yes, Janine, I know. I don't even know how I came up with that. I'm not a fan of the fuzz. So this little thing here is going to kind of go on his chest. This little is going to go around his rump. And then this little thing is going to go over his eye. So I'm going to kind of see through this clear stamp and with my blindness, see if we can get it to work. That will work. Okay, where's my dog punch? Literally had, oh, it's over here. So now we're going to cut out our little dog friend. Hello, dog friend. Try to get him punched out right. There we go. So there's our little friend. I'm also going to do some hearts, and I'm going to do those in red. Little hearts. This is an open heart, so I'm going to stamp some open hearts in real red. Just kind of, oh, whoops, no, I want to do it this way. I think we'll go 3. Okay. And then I'm just going to bring my little piece in here, and I'm going to punch out these little hearts. There's 1 and 2, and then the last one here. Okay, so we have 3 hearts, some junk. Oh, that's not a heart. Well, it's a heart, but it's not the one that I stamped. It came out when I punched out the little doggy. Okay, so I've got the dog house, the layer of espresso. Those are going to go together. Got a little glue happy there. Okay. Hello, everyone who is joining us. Have I missed any comments? Let me quickly look here and see if I've missed anything. I don't think so. So again, if you guys have any questions or whatever as I'm going along here, feel free to ask. All right, so we're going to just add a little bit of glue to our doggy. And what is that? For seriousness. We're going to try to cover that up. Obviously, I got my stupid finger in the ink and stuck it on my project. Okay, do I have ink on my fingers? I mean, I have ink from earlier, but I don't think I have any. I don't think I have any ink from right now. Okay, so we're going to bring our little flapper thing in here, and we're going to add this to the front. So you only want to put glue on the bottom half, okay, like that. And you don't want to put it, of course, to block that little spot, that little 1/4 inch piece at the bottom from operating properly. And we want it in the middle. Okay. Whoops, I just screwed that up and stuck it where I don't want it. Oh, come on. Why is everything so difficult today? Do you ever have those days where it doesn't matter what you do, it's a problem? It's an issue and it doesn't work, and ugh. That's been my whole day today, you guys. It's very, very frazzling. Okay, so then I thought I would add a couple of the little hearts up here, a couple on the slider mechanism, and then one at the top. So I'm just gonna kind of plop that down, plop that one down, try to cover up my glue mess, and then this little guy right here. Ooh, I just realized I forgot to stamp something on my little dog friend. I forgot to stamp his little collar. Oh my gosh. They've literally thought of everything in this set. It's so cute. Okay, let's see. I think. There. Even has a little charm hanging, or a little like a dog tag or whatever hanging off there. Okay, so then here's a sneak peek, you guys. This is our Early Espresso faux suede trim. And let me just tell you, it is so soft. It's brand new. You can't get it right now, but you can get it later. So get your dog set now, get your punch, and then get this Early Espresso ribbon later so that you can make this card. Otherwise, you can use any ribbon you have. It doesn't make any difference. Okay, so now I'm going to put the ribbon. So I'm going to open this little slider thing up a little bit, and I'm going to put the ribbon on the card like this. So I want it on the front or the back? I think I'm going to go on the back. Okay, so then you're going to bring in a stapler. I have a stapler somewhere. Oh, it's over here. Ugh, that was quite the reach. And I'm going to staple it onto my cardstock. You know what I'm going to do? No, I'm not. I was going to put a glue dot on there, but I changed my mind. I'm not going to do that because that'll just make it too thick. We're going to make it work. Even though my entire day has been not working. You will work. You will work. I'm willing it to work. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, and then what I like to do is I like to take a little hammer and I like to hammer my staples flat so that they don't interfere with the opening and closing process here. So it still opens and closes, okay? Yay. Isn't that just so cute? And I need some scissors. Here we go. So we got to trim this off. Trim that off. And we're not quite done because we need to stamp something in here. So we're going to stamp a couple more hearts on this top section here that's coming out, the little slider panel. So there's a solid one and an open one. Ooh, maybe we can get another partial solid one up here. I need a piece of a scrap paper. So when I go off the card here, there we go. Okay, and then I have a sentiment here, and I can't remember what it says, but we're just going to ink it up and stick it in here. Okay, so you pull that out of the way. Oh, this is if somebody has lost a pet friend. So that says, a best friend leaves a paw print on your heart, and we all know that they do. Cats, dogs, doesn't make any difference. And so I thought then we could just add some little hearts on this inside panel as well. You can push that up just a little farther. Not that you would leave it like that, but just so that so it actually looks like the whole thing. So isn't that adorable, you guys? It's done. That's it. And it will fold flat for mailing. You can put it in a regular envelope. You can send it to somebody, and then when they get it, they can just open it up, and then they have their cute little saying there. So yay. I hope you guys like that. I was very excited about it. I'll pull in my other card to show you the one that my inspiration came from. Well, I would pull it in if I could find it. Huh. Literally just had it in my hands because I showed it to you guys. Okay, well, I'll look around as we're stamping here and try to find it and bring it in. So there you go. All right, so I'll leave that out here for a sec while I clean up my mess. You guys know how much of a clean freak I am. I can't stand stamping in mess. So we're going to try to move all of this stuff out of here. Get all the stamps out of the way so I don't stick my fingers on them and get my hands dirty, because we all know that happens too. Okay, hammer, scissors, done. All right. Well, here's my other one. I'll show you that one. That's not super helpful. Yeah. Huh. Oh, I might have... Nope. Okay, well, we're going to move on because I can't find it. All right, our next project is going to be using the Abstract Impression stamp set. This is also a retiring stamp set. It is a beautiful stamp set. I do have an online class using it that I do have for sale that you can find on my blog. And this card is going to use 2 pieces of paper. So I've got a piece of Whisper White Thick as my card base, and then I have some Bermuda Bay foil sheet. And in case you aren't aware, the Bermuda Bay foil sheets come in a package with a Blueberry Bushel and Granny Apple Green, and it is the Noble Peacock foil set. It is retiring, so if you are interested in foil sheets and you like foil sheets, I recommend getting some. So for this piece here, we are going to fold it in half, and then we're going to cut a little bit off the edge. So I'm going to fold this in half. Ooh, is that ink? That might be where that ink came from. I was thinking back to the bloody fiasco I had last week when I stabbed myself with an X-Acto knife. Yeah, you can see I changed my white paper here. It had actually healed up quite well, so I was pretty happy about that. Okay, oh, I need my paper trimmer back. What am I doing? I get to talking, blah, 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 that I don't know what I'm doing. So I folded it in half. It's a regular size card base, 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to cut off 3/4 of an inch. Like so. So I have a little 3/4 inch scrap there. Good. Okay. I need a scratch paper. Here's one. That doesn't need to be... Okay, so I'm just going to shove my card into this piece of scratch paper so that I can do my stamping on it without it getting on this other side that I cut off, okay? All right, so we are going to be using these two images, this little guide to make a butterfly, our sentiment, and a leaf. Okay, so I have those. Oh, look what I just found in the wrong bucket. Here's the card that I copied. I copied myself. This one, I'm having an issue with it. It's moving slowly. Oh, there we go. La, 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 la. Anyway, that's the card. So I'm going to be using the colors Blackberry Bliss, Bermuda Bay, Pear Pizzazz, and Grapefruit Grove. Now, Grapefruit Grove is a retiring in color. So right now we have the Grapefruit Grove, Lovely Lipstick, Call Me Clover, Pineapple Punch, and Blueberry Bushel that are all retiring. And so if you're interested in any of that stuff, you need to get it before it is sold out. I just checked before I went live. All the Grapefruit Grove stuff is still available. So that's good news. Okay, so I'm going to open these up. You can see I sort of re-inked my pad this afternoon. It was a little dry in the middle there. So hopefully it's not going to be all screwed up. We will see. Okay. So we've got our piece of paper here, and we've got that. Okay, so I've got my stamps. So I'm going to start out with the Grapefruit Grove. I'm going to ink that up, and then I'm going to stamp it off one time. Oh, hold the phone. I have to stamp my sentiment first so I know where to put my flowers. So I've got the Kindness Changes Everything image from the set. I'm going to ink it up with black. This is just my memento. So it's a larger stamp, so I'm just having it face up, and then I'm just going to ink it up that way. And then I'm going to stamp it about like so. All right, so welcome everyone who's watching. I love seeing people pop on here. All right, we're going to do this again. Ink it up, stamp it off one time, and then I'm going to stamp it right there. I'm going to do that again, ink that up. Stamp it off one time, and then I'm going to stamp it down here in the corner. Okay. Then the little overlay piece, I'm going to ink that up, and I'm going to stamp it over what I just stamped. Okay. And we'll get that little piece right there. So we are done with the Grapefruit Grove. Oh, we're not. I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to stamp it on the inside. Did I just get... No. Oh, I was about to throw a little baby fit. I thought I got Bermuda Bay ink on there. I was gonna want to cry. Okay, and then where's my leaf? Because I'll stamp that really quickly. Pear Pizzazz, stamped off one time, and that's the inside. Okay, back to the front. So we are done with the grapefruit. Now we're going to bring in the stamp that we're going to use with the Bermuda Bay. And same thing, I'm going to ink it up, and I'm going to stamp it off. And then I'm going to stamp one down here in the corner, ink it up, stamp it off, and we will stamp it over here. And we're going to bring in the detailed, and I think there might be a certain way for these to go, but I honestly don't think it matters, you know, because they're just so random anyway that I honestly don't think it makes any difference. Okay, so now we have our little butterfly, or it could be a leaf, you decide. So I'm making it up in the Blackberry Bliss. I'm going to stamp it off one time. Then I'm going to stamp one right here. And we'll stamp one down here. And then our last one, we're going to stamp like this. Okay. And then I have the little body mounted on this little skinny block here. And this is full strength. I'm not stamping this off. And then we'll get this little guy right here. Okay, so that is our stamping except for the leaf. So I'm going to close these up so that I don't stick my fingers in them, because it happens. And then I want to cry. Nobody wants to listen to me cry, so we're not going to do it. Okay, so I'm bringing in the Pear Pizzazz, and I've inked it up full strength in Pear Pizzazz. And I am going to stamp this off to the side about like that. So now I'm not going to re-ink it. And I'm going to bring it down here, and I'm going to stamp it next to that Bermuda Bay. Get that ink pad out of my way. So now I'm going to ink it up again, full strength, and we're going to go like that. And then we're not going to ink it up again. And we're going to come over here to the Bermuda Bay and we're going to stamp that again. So now we're done with our stamping. So I can put that away. And I'm going to move all these stamps out of the way, you guys, because again, if I don't, my fingers are going to end up in them. And then I'll get it all over my project. Okay, so I got to check my hands, make sure I haven't touched any. I think I'm good. All right, so now I'm going to bring in my gorgeous foil paper. And I'm going to add a little bit of glue. Whoa, how was that? I just flung it right out of my own hand there. Okay. There we go. And we're going to line this up so it's on the edge of the inside. It might be a tad too long. I can't remember. Yeah, it looks like it might be. So I'm going to kind of hold this up so I can wiggle that around and get that in the right spot. Okay. And like I said, it is a tad long, which is always better than being too short, because you can cut it off. Okay, so there's what we have on the front of our card. That looks like that's off a little bit. No, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. I think I need to change my trimmer blade. I got some fuzzies on that that's not making me happy. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some of these gilded gems. And these are something that are available right now. They came out in May with our Ornate Garden bundle of products. And this is the bling that came out with those, and they're really pretty. And so I am going to take what? Let's see, one of these medium-sized ones right here. I'm going to put that like that. I'm going to bring in a couple of the smaller ones. I'm going to put one up there and one where? I gotta look at my cheater card. I think I stick it down here. Ooh, am I even in the frame? I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, there we go. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in the Grapefruit Grove ribbon. And we're going to run this through the inside of the card. And then we're going to tie a knot on the front. Now this is something that I actually struggle with, you guys, getting nice tight knots on the front of cards. So we're going to see what happens. It's a struggle. Okay, so we're going to try to get it so it's even. And since I'm using thick Whisper White, I can pull it a little bit tighter than I would with regular Whisper White, because regular Whisper White, it would, the cardstock would probably buckle. And so I'm going to hold on to this knot here. And, did I get it? Not as well as I would like, but I think it's good. Where's my scissors? My big ones. No. We're going to use these little guys. There. Oh, I guess it's fine. Okay, so I'm going to slide this up because I want the knot more towards the top of the card there. Smash that down. I have no nails. It's kind of hard sometimes. Okay, and then I'm going to trip this off. So what do you guys think of this card? I'm going to show you my inspiration piece. This is actually a card that I created, I think it was like 2 years ago, when the ink colors that are leaving us right now first came out, along with the stamp set. That was the same year that the stamp set came out. And I created a card, and I'm going to show it to you. Here it is. So this was my card that I created a few years ago, and I did use some pineapple punch down here and the blueberry bushel. And so I have the exact same layout, but I wanted a different color combination, and I really wanted to use a Grapefruit Grove. So I did a little searching and found that Grapefruit Grove goes really nicely with Bermuda Bay and Rich Raspberry, or Blackberry Bliss, excuse me. So that's where I came up with that. And then when you open it up, you have a fun little flower on the inside. And of course, that foil paper just is super pretty all on its own. Okay, we're going to move on to our next card. So I'll leave those up for you while I clean up my mess. All right. Anybody got any thoughts on anything, like what you're going to do for Mother's Day? What are you doing for the weekend? Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I got to get my hair done yesterday. I was so excited. We have opened up some businesses here in town, and hairdressers were one of them. I did have to wear a mask, which I was totally happy to do to get my hair done. So I don't have any more gray hair, which I'm really happy about. No offense to people that have gray hair. Like I said, if you like it and you want to wear it, more power to you. I just don't. And so I was very happy to get my hair done. I don't have any more gray hair, and I'm really happy about that. Okay, moving on to our final projects. I'll put those up there. Oh, I'm going to bring that one up there too. So we are going to be using the Painted Poppies stamp set, A Sentiment Out of the Peaceful Moments. And we're going to be using some of the Designer Series paper that's retiring. So the stamp sets and the dies are carrying over to our new catalog, but the gorgeous poppy paper is not. Okay, so if you are in love with this paper like I am, you will want to get to the store and get some. It's so, I have so much of this paper. I don't know how I even got so much. What the heck? But yes, it's beautiful, and it's leaving us, and I'm sad. Okay, so this is a technique that my friend and teammate Denise shared on our team page a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. I challenged the girls on my team to do a Facebook Live in our group where it's safe, we don't judge, and just to give me some information, you know, a little bit about themselves. And Denise went above and beyond, and she actually demonstrated a card for us and showed us a few samples, and her card was amazing. And so we're going to make a similar card to it today. So what I've got here is a piece of thick Whisper White. I guess I tried to combine those words. And we're going to fold that in half, burnish it with the bone folder. Then we've got a layer of blackberry. No, I keep getting raspberry and blackberry confused. This is rich raspberry. And we are going to use rich raspberry ink. And I'm going to stamp the large poppy image from the stamp set kind of randomly on here. And if you guys have been watching me for any amount of time, you know that when I do random stamping, I always start in the middle and work my way out. Okay, you definitely do not want to start on the outside and work your way in, because you'll end up with a spot in the middle that's not big enough for the stamp that you're using. And if you stamp it in there, it's going to look stupid. So always start from the inside and go out, because then you can place the things where you want them, and then you can do, it'll look a little more random, and then you can fill up the whole thing just how you want it. Okay, so we've got that done. Next, I need a scrap of Whisper White that I don't have out at the moment. And this is the scrap that is big enough to work. So I've got the other poppy image in here, and I'm going to stamp that on. Oh, no. That's not what I want to do. Redo. Okay. I cut this out with the dies. Where are my dies? Here they are. So the solid piece in the background there, I cut that out with Whisper White. Okay, so we've got that. So now I'm going to ink up the blob image. And this is one of our paper pumpkin blocks. I've got some projects going on, and I've got all of my blocks are being used. So this is one that's not being used. So I stamped it off once, and then I stamped it onto the flower die cut. And then I'm going to ink up that piece. I need a dark color. So this is the detailed image. And so now I'm going to stamp this onto this like so. And these 3 stamps I can move out of the way now so I don't get ink everywhere, because Rich Raspberry is a nice dark one. And then I have this detailed image here cut out of Rich Raspberry. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the back right here in that little center spot's all I need. And we're just going to kind of cover this up. Okay. There we go. And we'll just set it aside. So we've got this, this, and this. I also have used our stitched nested labels. So I've got one out of Pool Party and one out of Whisper White, and they do layer together pretty good. And then I have some leaf the large one under here. This is a two-part leaf. You can do the skinny part here out of a dark, the larger part out of a lighter color. But for this card, I'm just using one color, and it's Mossy Meadow. And I actually cut these already because I was messing around with how I wanted to do it. So I actually cut 2 of these, and then I just snipped them in half. Okay, get that out of the way. So now we've got all of our pieces and parts. Now we're going to work with our designer series paper. These measure 3 by 4. And we're going to score them. And there's my whole pack of paper just fell on the floor. So I'm going to score these at 1 inch on the long side. Okay, so on the 4-inch side, I'm going to score it at 1 inch. And actually, I'm going to do it on this side here, because the inch that you score is going to go to the back of the project. So I'm going to put that to the back. And this piece here, score this at 1. So Denise, if you're watching, thank you for this amazing technique. It's amazing. So then you want to fold on that score line. Okay, like that. And then you're going to bring this piece, the points, you're going to bring those in. And it's hard to see when you have designer series paper, but if you bring it up to the light, I can see good enough. And so you want it to put it right below the score line. And you're going to do that with both sides. Okay, bring both of those edges in. And fold them up. And if they don't go perfectly together, it doesn't matter, because you're going to hide that to the back of your card anyway. Okay, so get that all nice and burnished. And then we'll do this one also. How has my video and audio been, you guys? I've heard that Facebook has been kind of not so friendly with some girls doing lives, and it's the connections are crappy. So I'm wondering how I'm sounding. Am I sounding okay? Am I looking okay? Are things clear? You know, as clear as you can be on Facebook. Let me know with a comment. Okay, so we've got both of these done. So then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some glue to the bottom, both sides, and we're just going to hook that 1-inch flap to the back. Okay, so there's one. And here's one. Nobody's commenting. Can you not hear me? Is my connection crappy? Somebody please answer me. Is it clear? Is my audio going in and out? Anything like that? And then you've just got a tiny little excess here, and we're just going to snip that right off. No problem. These scissors are not the sharpest. What the heck? I need different ones. Maybe these will work. I still have nobody commenting, so I guess I'm just going to keep on going and hope that it's good. Then you want to add a little bit of glue to these little tabs here, and then fold those down also. Okay. So there we go. Then we can add that to our card base. So we'll just add the glue to the back here. And center this as best we can. And I think my layer is a little wonky on there, so I don't know what's too big, but we are going to have to fix that. I won't do it right now, but I will fix it before I take my pictures and post it. Okay. Then we have our 2 pieces here. This one we're going to ink up our sentiment, and I'm going to bring that ink back in. So this one says, thinking of you. Great card to be sending out right now. Okay. And then that is going to layer onto this piece. Actually, I'm going to do it with dimensionals. So we'll go 3 to the back here. I don't know what's going on. I have this bad feeling that I'm not live anymore or something. I guess I'll find out when I'm done and I go to upload it. Okay, scrap. I love using scraps. All right, so then this is going to go in the center of the card. About like so. And then our flower that we made, add some glue. And that's going to go right up here above our sentiment. And then these little leaf pieces. We're going to tuck, whoops, this one's going to tuck under here like that. And this one I thought I would tuck underneath the sentiment piece. Like that. And then I don't know if I can snip that out of there maybe. Do I want to add some more? Do I need more? Maybe one. Let's cut this off. Get a little tiny bit of glue there. Oh man, I really feel like this isn't going very well. I'm feeling bad. Okay, and so there it is. Is that not cool? Where you've got that fun folded in paper. You could put something on the inside if you like. And I do have 2 more samples using that same technique. This one also uses the Bonanza Buddies. Ooh, and I do have online classes for this. I have 2 different online classes for this, these 2 bundles. You can find them all on my blog at barbstamps.com. Bonanza Buddies card, I just put the orientation vertical rather than horizontal. This is also a retiring bundle, and I do have an online class for that as well. And then here is one, I think I might have gotten this from Denise, I'm not sure, where she's got that fun deal up there. And this is the Country Club. Again, I have an online class, and again, it is retiring. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to my channel right down here in the corner. And on Facebook, give it a thumbs up. Share the video. Leave me some comments. I'm happy to answer your comments and questions. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful Mother's Day, and I will see you later. I'm going to sign off now. The video will process a little bit, then it's going to show right back up here on this page, and you can watch it if you're just joining us. All right, guys. Bye-bye.